Number 12, a junior, Keith Mashoff. Number 15, a senior, Richard Deering. Number 20, a junior, Randy Ruggles. Number 22, a senior, Brad Rommelman. Number 24, a sophomore, Jim Dahlman. Number 33, a junior, Mike Freeze. Number 35, a junior, Roger Bocek. And now the starting lineup for Nashville. Number 44, a forward, 6'6", junior, John Jankowski. Number 32, a forward, 6'2", senior, Paul Patton. Number 45, the center, 6'6", junior, Roger Stig. Number 25, a guard, 5'10", senior, Mike Browiak. Number 10, a guard, 5'10", senior, Barry Morris. The coach of Nashville is Bob Bogle. And now the team members for Havana. Number 4, senior Rick Sarf. Number 10, junior Derek Derker. Number 14, senior Mitch McNeil. Number 30, senior Dennis Morgan. Number 32, junior Mark Radosevic. Number 44, junior Terry Miller. Number 50, senior Kim Miller. And now the starting lineup for Havana. Number 42, forward, 6'1", junior Doug Hurst. Number 40, a forward, 6'3", junior Tracy Trempy. Number 52, center, 6'7", sophomore Roger King. Number 24, a guard, a 6-foot senior Jeff Milan. Number 12, guard, 5'11", junior Brad Gregridge. The coach of Havana, Bob Gregridge. The officials for tonight's championship game, Dave Dwyer and Richard Thompson.
So here we are. This is what it's all come down to. Nashville and Havana, two very fine basketball teams. The Hornets of Nashville in blue, the Ducks of Havana in white. And the ball is in the air, and we're about to get this one started. The tip is batted about, and on the floor, picked up by Hurst of Havana. Gives it over to Trempy. Trempy hands it back out to Brad Gregridge. Playmaking guard. They set a high post with King coming out. Now down the right side of the corner to Hurst, and back out to Gregridge. Now Milan, left side to Trempy. Back over on the right side to Gregridge. And back out to Milan, and a zone defense against him set up by the Hornets. And they're trying to probe it for an opening shot to see just where it might be available. Ron on the outside. Gregridge on the left. Started in, came back out. Baseline, double team, flips it back out. Trempy back out to Milan in the middle to King. He's got it, turns, a little 4-footer. 2-0 Havana. Now Nashville back up the floor. Out of the backcourt, Barry Morris is number 10. High post with Stig. That's Jankowski from the side. Oh, the big man banks it in. Boy, he went a long time before he got a point this afternoon. He opens up with the first bucket for the Hornets. Game tied at 2. Top of the key, Gregridge on the right side to Trempy, outstanding shooter. Hurst in the corner, deceptively good. Whistle traveling is called against Milan. Turnover, and the ball goes to Nashville. Hurst is the kind of ball player you have a tendency to overlook till you get down and start to read how many points he has, like 39 in the 2 games played here so far.
Super.
Boriak with it, flips it over, back out on top. With it is Patton. Then Morris and Boriak. In the corner to Stig, and back out to Morris, and Stig looking into Jankowski. Back out on top to Patton. Jankowski across the lane, fakes, did a little walking, I'm afraid. That's the call, out of bounds. It'll go to Havana. 2-2 game.
Looks like he's got a shooting eye, Jankowski.
Oh, amen. Yes, coach. 2-1-2 zone set up by Nashville as they come out to play defense against the Ducks of Havana. This is it, the Class A championship title game. Providence won 3rd place from outside. Gregrich hits. That makes it 4-2 Havana. Gregrich has 31 tournament points here at Champaign-Urbana. Jankowski back out to Morris, to Boriak, fakes, baseline. Found himself in a big crowd, didn't he? Surrounded by Ducks. Both teams come into the game with records of 29-3. Havana probably less known statewide than Nashville. Stig rolls it over the rim. Hurst rebounds. But I tell you, everybody in the state knows about him now. Bob Gregrich's ball club. An outstanding group. Gregrich over to Milan, to Hurst. Back out to Gregrich. Trimpey. Gregrich now. Hurst in the corner. Trimpey. Back out to Milan. 2-1-2 zone. Pass nearly got away, but saved by Gregrich. And he brings it to midcourt. Trimpey. Baseline jumper. Excellent shot. Came up short. Rebound is off to Morris. Lead pass for Boriak. To Morris. Boriak sets. Patton. He can shoot. Jankowski. Ball batted away out of the hands of Stig and out of bounds. It'll go to Nashville. Hornets are moving the ball well. So Bob Gregrich, the Havana coach, up for a moment. Stig at the baseline. Big man hemmed in. In the middle, Jankowski's turnaround 8-footer. Rebound, scramble for the ball, and a foul will be called on Morris. In too quickly. There you see Bob Bogle shouting some coaching instructions to his ball club. Only his 3rd year down there. That's a great record to bring a team to the state championship game in 3 years, Coach. Huh?
Great thrill, Tom. Both clubs are really moving the ball well against the zone defenses.
Outside, long range, Gregrich. Rebound, Jankowski of Nashville. Boriak comes out of the backcourt with the ball. Game is 4-2. Havana leads. Boriak in the middle. Turnaround by Stig. Game is tied. 4-4. Stig gets his first one. Stig has scored 53 points. Patton, who has yet to take a shot for Nashville, 57 in tournament play. Bogle is just 29 years old, the coach of this Nashville ball club. Gregrich is much older than that. He's a young man. He's just 40. Ball out of bounds. It'll go to Havana. Inbounding, it'll be the coach's son, Brad Gregrich. Milan, the only senior on the team, starting 5, that is. Hurst, Bob Gregrich, and back out, or Brad Gregrich, I should say, and back out to Milan again, and a whistle, and away from the ball, we've got a pushing violation. Pushing foul will be called against King. He and Stig in the middle doing a little elbowing, and King picks up his first personal foul. 3:45 to go, first period, game tied at 4-4. Another outstanding crowd on hand, and they've seen some great basketball in these sessions Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and this evening. Stig in a high post, right side of the lane. Now in the middle, Jankowski hangs it on the rim, and the tip is controlled. On the rebound, King sets it up, and down with the ball, Gregrich for Havana. Both teams so far, Coach Walensky, have been content to come out of the backcourt rather slowly, and each on defense has gotten enough time to come down and set up.
Right, Tom.
Trimpey from long range makes it 6-4 Havana. Morris, top of the key to Boriak. Right side to Patton. Boriak. Patton is an outstanding shooter. In fact, it was Patton's second half shooting that brought this team to this championship game. And that win this afternoon. Turnaround by Jankowski. Scramble for the rebound. Hurst bats it. Up with it. Boriak. In the middle. Stig. And rebounding. King. Havana. 6-4. The Ducks lead. 2:30 to go in the first period. Gregrich with the ball for Havana. Working against the zone of Nashville. In the corner, Hurst. Jump shot by Gregrich. Rebound, King. Little left-hand push, 8-footer. 4 points for King. 8-4. Havana leads. Morris with the ball. The Boriak. Bounce pass right side of the lane. Jankowski flips it back to Patton. And an offensive foul on Patton. His first. Out of bounds in the backcourt. Havana with the ball. It'll be Milan and Gregrich to bring it up the floor. Well, we saw Nashville fall behind in the semifinal. Second game this afternoon, Coach. So yes, being down by 4 points is nothing. They were down by 14 at one time.
Yes, they're very strong, Tom.
Traveling, turnover, ball out of bounds to Nashville.
They have a tendency to wear you down. Their zone really looks tough to me. Both zones are really tough inside. It doesn't look like there's much daylight when you look into it.
Give you an idea how tough this Nashville club is. They lost only 3 ball games all year. One was to Madison, last year's Class A champions. 2 points and 2 games by 3 points. That's how good they are. Turnover, and Gregrich brings it back down for Havana. Baseline, Hurst driving. There's an indication of what I meant when I said he's very deceptively good. You hardly know he's out there, and boom, then he makes a great play like that. 10-4, Havana. Minute 18 to go in the opening period. Patton, about 18 feet. Heel of the rim, rebound, Jankowski. He's got 4. 10-6. Time stops while they get the ball retrieved, and now play continues. 1:07 remaining in the opening period. 10-6, Havana leads Nashville. Havana with the ball. Hurst into King, batted away. Defense too tough. Boriak comes up with it for Nashville. Hornets with the ball. Morris to Patton. That one partially deflected as he let it go. Hurst rebounds to Gregrich. Lead pass. Tempe underneath. Tempe puts it up and scores it. On the break, 12-6. And there you see Bob Gregrich, coach of the Havana Ducks. In the closing 30 seconds here of the opening period, his club on top by 6. Tip is up and good by Jankowski.
I think so, Tom.
They've given it to Jankowski, 12-8. Gregrich looking on with the intensity. I tell you, coaches will earn their salaries in this game tonight for it, Stan. His son, Brad Gregrich, rebound, Jankowski. Boy, the big man has really made his presence felt here. The buzzer, end of the first period. And the score, Havana 12, Nashville 8. Well, Chuck Rolinski, what'd you think of the first 8 minutes?
A great defensive struggle, Tom. I think that Jankowski may be the difference in this game. He started slowly this afternoon, got in foul trouble, but I've usually found out, Tom, that with a player of this type, of this caliber, that if they have a slow game, look out for him in the next game. He could really be tough.
Jankowski has 6, and Stig has 2. We told you about Nashville losing 3 games. Havana's lost only 3 also. Their record identical at 29-3. And 2 of the 3 defeats came by 1 point. First period stats, Nashville, 4 of 13, 30%. Havana, 6 of 11, 54%. Coach Rolinski, that 30% is just like Nashville played the first 3 periods of their semifinal game.
Exactly, Tom.
Poorly.
Exactly, and Havana is below their average. They usually average 60%. They're a tremendous shooting club.
Miller is in the game. Kim Miller, number 50 in the white uniform for Havana. He's in replacing center Roger King. Nashville with the ball. Boriak, top of the key. Morris to Stig, right side. Boriak, Stig, about a 12-footer. Rebound is down in the hands of Hurst of Havana. Gives it to Gregorich, who seemed to have caught something in his eye, but he's all right now. Brings it up on the attack. Milan's the only member of the starting five for Havana that doesn't have a scribble in the scorebook yet. Gregorich back out. Trimpe travel. Talking with some basketball fans last night, Coach, and they said that Trimpe reminded them a great deal of Cole, Tom Cole, who played at Springfield and won a state title here for Ray Page a few years ago. Said he looked an awful lot like that young man, and he does physically kind of resemble Cole. Although I think Cole might have been an inch taller and played in the pivot, of course. But yes, they both have that nice fluid movement about him.
Yes, he was a great ball player, Tom Cole.
Young Bob Bogle from Nashville looking on, watching his club, and 3-second violation called against the team. Just in his third year, got a fine program going down there. Here he is with the team, 29-3 and playing for it all. Gregorich, top of the circle. Trimpe, baseline to Hurst. Gregorich, Milan, Gregorich. 12-8 in favor of Havana. We're in the second period here.
Look at that defense, Tom.
Oh, boy.
They don't give you any daylight.
They cut off every lane. They just won't give you a chance to pass or dribble the ball in against that zone. Gregorich from the side. He's got 4.
They worked it beautiful that time.
14-8 in favor of Havana. They lead Nashville. Stig lobs to the baseline. Jankowski, the big guy, alone underneath. He's got 8, and it's 14-10.
Beautiful assist by Stig.
Havana leading by 4. That's been they've had a lead of 6 points at one time, but it's been mostly a 4-point game. Gregorich, good drive in the lane. Trimpe, baseline, high arch. Rebound, Boriak. Nashville, lead pass down the floor to Morris. Havana hustles back on defense. Baseline to Patton. Morris, Patton. Stig left to the lane. Ball batted away. Good defense. They picked the ball up. Gregorich has it for Havana. Down the left side to Trimpe. Gregorich, top of the key, right side to Milan. Trimpe, Gregorich. Moving the ball well, Coach.
They're in a man-to-man now, Nashville is.
Rebound, Jankowski. The big guys really own that defensive board for his Nashville team. Patton. Conversely, Nashville hasn't gotten many more than one shot on offense because awfully good rebounding by Havana.
Definitely.
Stig over the rim, rebound, Jankowski, whistle. Foul is going to be called. On Hurst, it'll be his first.
You're right, Tom. Hurst is an unsung ball player. He's on the boards. He's a good shooter. And I think he is averaging the double figures, however. And I can see why.
12 points a game for this Havana club. Replacement in the game, Richard Deering, number 15 in, replacing Stig. Jankowski has got 10 of the 12 points scored by Nashville.
I thought he would have that kind of game. He's just a great ball player.
One would not be wrong in saying Havana 14, Jankowski 12, really. He's played brilliantly. Here's Morris with the steal on the break. Stops, fires it back. Jankowski again. Short. Whistle. Jankowski gets a foul over the shoulder.
Got a little anxious, and he wanted to get that rebound and put it back in again.
To be sure, the young man is only a junior. Is the other half of the Twin Peaks attack. Stig will be back in a moment. He, too, just a junior. These are two very young clubs. You might very well see him here again next year.
Exactly.
Havana is a very young team. They have only one senior, Milan. He's got the ball now. 3-second violation. Stig is back in, and Deering is out for Nashville. Now Roger King will be in. Next horn you hear. And for Havana, coming out will be Kim Miller. Morris comes up on the attack for Nashville. It's a 14-12 ball game. We're in the second period. Patton ties the game. Look out for Patton. If he gets hot, he might just shoot lights out on you.
Oh, he's tough.
Here's another one who can shoot. Trimpe. Right side to King. Baseline left-hand jumper. Rebound to Boriak. Boy, the little guy has really picked up a lot of rebounds. Gotten several boards. Patton. Boriak. Fakes. Right side to Morris.
Boriak set that up beautiful, Tom.
And Nashville leads for the first time in the game. Nashville 16 and Havana 14. Timeout, and that's the score. Nashville has outscored Havana 8-2, and here's the last bucket made.
As you see, Tom, Boriak made a nice fake, actually had a shot, but fed it off to Morris, and Morris put it in.
And that put Nashville in front for the first time in this ball game, as the Hornets now lead 16-14. Immediately, Bob Gregorich called timeout. Now we'll see what the Ducks of Havana do about that 2-point deficit. No change in the lineup. You know all the people in there. Run them down again for you. That's Milan for Havana. Boy, look at that tough defense. That's King.
They're now in a 1-3-1 double-up zone.
Shot attempt by Trimpe is no good. The rebound down to Patton. Over to Morris. In and out. Rebound, Boriak. Patton. Heel of the rim. Boriak gets the rebound. Now Stig picks it up. Back to Patton. Stig at the free throw line. Lob to Jankowski. Rebound to King of Havana. Drops it, picks it up. Tell you, Nashville had about 4 very makeable shots that just refused to go in.
Yes, if they keep getting that many, they'll put it in eventually.
Indeed. Trimpe with the ball. He's got 4 points. Hurst. Gregorich. Milan. Trimpe. Whistle on that attempt. A foul will be called on Patton. That'll be his second. At the line to shoot a pair will be Tracy Trimpe. He has 58 points in tournament play here in Champaign-Urbana. Averages 15 a night. Outstanding free throw shooter, 77% on the year, 16-15 now. Havana trailing by 1. We're tied again. 16 all with 2:37 to go in the first half. Morris with the ball. Free throw line, Patton. 18-16, Nashville on top. Patton, 18-point per game average for this talented Hornet basketball team. Gregorich with the ball. Gives it back out to Trimpe. Back to Gregorich. Boy, Morris nearly stole it away. Tough defense. Hurst driving. Rebound, Jankowski. Lead pass at midcourt to Patton. He carried a double dribble.
Nashville is really moving on defense. They're doubling up on the ball.
Number 32 in the game in a white uniform for Havana. He has the ball now is Mark Radosevic. Gregorich with the ball over to Trimpe. Radosevic trying to get it to King. Batted away, but Havana maintains possession. Underneath pass thrown into the hands of Stig. Stig to Boriak. Over to Morris. Patton. Stig. Patton. Jankowski. Patton. Oh, nice pass. Beautiful ball handling and hit him perfectly. While in the air, took the pass, sank it. 20-16. A minute to go in the half. Nashville leading. King with the ball for Havana. Gregorich, top of the key, left side. Underneath, the King. Shot is blocked by Stig, who comes down with the ball. Lead pass to Patton. Back to Boriak. Back to Morris. 40 seconds to go, and I think the Hornets are going for one, Coach.
I think so, Tom. They sure would like to go in with a 6-point lead.
To spread the offense out now, try and draw the defense of Havana out of that tight 2-1-2. 25 seconds now remaining in the first half. Morris with the ball. Patton. 17. 4-point lead. Nashville wants to add to it if possible. 10 seconds. In the middle, Stig, Boriak. How about that? 22-16, 2 seconds, one. About a 50-footer, falls about 5 feet short, and that's the end of the first half. The score, Nashville 22, Havana 16. Here's Coach Chuck Walensky.
Thank you, Tom Kelly. This is exactly what we expected. A very close, exciting game. And I feel it's Class A basketball at its best. Both clubs are playing exciting defense, not many turnovers, and a very strong physical game on the boards. Now in Tournament Central, here is Jim Turpin.
Thank you, Chuck. Both of the teams in the championship game have fought hard to earn their right to play in the final, and the people back home are well aware of that. We'll learn about the homecoming celebrations planned for each team right after the summary on the first half. Our coverage will continue right after this.
The Nashville Hornets might have started a bit slowly, but that second quarter was certainly all theirs, including the last shot of the first half. Boriak, with his only two-pointer of the ball game so far, sinks it almost at the buzzer. The Havana Ducks did get off about a 55-foot desperation shot, but it fell about 5 feet short. And at halftime, it's 22-16 in favor of Nashville. They started slowly, as I mentioned to you. They were trailing 12-8 at the end of the first period, but then came on to score 8 points while allowing Havana just 2, and they took the lead at 16-14, again at 18-16, then 20-16, and at the buzzer, as Boriak sank that one, it was 22-16. Run down the scoring individually for you. For Havana, Trimpe has 6 points. 4 points to Roger King. Gregrich has 4 points and 2 points to Hurst. For Nashville, Jankowski seemed to be the whole ball club for that talented team in the first period. 10 points, and that's what he has now for the half. 6 points for Patton. Stig has 2. Boriak, as you saw, got the last bucket of the first half. He has 2 points, and Barry Morris has 2. The shooting statistics, Nashville in the first half, 11 of 26 for 42%. Havana, after shooting 50% in the first period, then fell down in the second stanza, making only 7 of 19 for the first half of the basketball game. They're shooting 36%. So they're in a dressing room now, getting some instructions from their coaches, Bob Gregrich at Havana and Bob Bogle for Nashville. It right now at halftime is 22-16 in favor of Nashville. That'll be it for the first half, and now to introduce a couple of very special guests who are standing by. Here is Jim Turpin. Jim?
Thank you very much, Tom. This is Dale Osing, the man from Havana, who's going to talk about the homecoming plans. He's the principal there. And on my left is the mayor of Nashville, Milton Holzhauer. Is that right, Milton?
Yes, sir.
Got that close, huh?
Yes.
You guys gave me a couple pretty good names to start with, didn't you?
That name has been mispronounced so many times, but don't worry about it.
Was that close?
Close. Very good.
Dale, tell me about your ball club. Now, win or lose, I know that it's traditional that people go all out and have a great homecoming celebration for them, and you can certainly be proud of them, win or lose in this game. So what do you have planned?
You bet. We're going to have a celebration because we're extremely proud no matter how this game turns out. Of course, we got one more half to go. We're going to leave Champaign tomorrow from the Holiday Inn at Urbana at approximately 11 a.m. And then we'll hit Interstate 74 and come home on 136. We hope to arrive at home at Havana at approximately 1 o'clock. So any fans that want to follow us home, and I know there'll be plenty of them, will be leaving at 11 a.m.
Or to join the motorcade, I suppose, along the way?
You bet. And there will be a large number of them joining the motorcade as they get a little closer to home.
And then after you get home, what happens then? Are you going to have a celebration of something?
When we arrive in Havana, there will be a parade. After the parade, we will go to the Havana High School Gymnasium, where there will be a reception for the boys at 1 o'clock. After the... Want me to finish that off
Sure,
then? Okay.
Please do.
At 3 o'clock, there will be a reception at the Taylor House given by one of our local businessmen, Mr. Dick Hurst, and that will be for the players and parents as well. So we invite everyone to that, too.
Well, I'll bet. It sounds like a great celebration in Havana.
It's going to be a great day for us tomorrow.
Now, what about down south? It's a little farther down to Nashville, Mr. Mayor, but what do you have planned?
We have a large celebration planned. We're going to have the bus. We'll meet them at about 1.5 miles north of Nashville. And I'm sure we'll have lots of fans there. And also after that, we'll have the fire trucks and police cars. And several of our boys, the Sneed boys, I'm sure, will have all their trucks out there. We'll have plenty of people. And after that, we're going to assemble at the Nashville High School approximately at 1:30 for a big celebration for all the boys. And also, we'll have quite a bit of celebrations. I know I've talked to the Lions Club, which I'm a member of, and the American Legion. I'm a member of the American Legion and the VFW. I'm also the mayor of Nashville, and the city council has advised me that we will have quite a few celebrations for the boys. We're going to welcome with all honors.
I can well imagine. Now, do you have a departure point here in the town? Where are you going to leave from here?
They'll leave from the Ramada Inn.
From the Ramada Inn.
Yes.
And if anybody wants to join that motorcade, I guess they can pick it up.
They're sure welcome. Yes, sir. And I'm sure we have 1,500 to 2,000 fans here. We're well represented from Nashville and also Hoyleton, which is close to us, about 12 miles, Oakville, Ashley, Du Bois. The whole county is well represented.
Looks like you got them from all your entire community and the surrounding area coming to cheer your ball club on. Dale, your ball club has played just outstanding basketball throughout the year. And what kind of enthusiasm does the success of a team like that generate in a town your size?
Well, it's actually hard to describe. It's something that you just have to actually participate in to really know what it's all about. The people are tremendous fans there in Havana. We probably have the whole town is probably watching television that don't happen to be in Champaign tonight. So I can only tell you it's one of the greatest thrills for a lot of people, including myself.
Dale Osing, the principal at Havana High School, thank you very much, and thank you, Mayor Milton Holzhauer, for the words on what's going to happen to your Nashville ball club after this championship game is over. Thanks very much for being with us. Win or lose, it appears that both of the finalists are going to receive a well-deserved hero's welcome on the return home. Well, it's almost time for the second half, and that means that we must all reassemble at courtside to bring you the action. Our coverage will continue after this.
While we're waiting for the action to begin, we'd like to take a moment to remind our viewers that the sponsors are glad to be able to bring you these tournament games on television and would like to hear from you about our coverage. We're sure that your thoughts and comments will prove to be very helpful in the future. Would you drop us a card or a letter, please? Write to Basketball, Box 231, Champaign, Illinois, 61820. That's Basketball, Box 231, Champaign, Illinois, 61820. And in advance, let me thank you for your kind letters and comments. We will enjoy hearing from you. Tom Kelly and Chuck Brolinsky and Jim Turpin. We're here at courtside, and two outstanding basketball teams, befitting a state championship game, engaged here in a dandy contest. Down by 6 points, Havana. You're looking at the team that's leading. That's Nashville's Hornets.
That was a big basket at the half, Tom, because of this low-scoring game. And I think the reason it is, neither club will let the other one get their fast break going because they can't get that clear rebound. They're so strong on the boards, each of them, that they have to fight for every possession.
They have been playing it very close to the vest in that regard. Zone defense at either end, although we did see a man-to-man. Nashville came up with it late in the second quarter. But both have been content to set up, and the other team actually walk it out of the backcourt. Then no fast break, although given the opportunity, I'm sure both of them would take that easy bucket if they could get it.
Yes, they would like to. Nashville's going from a 1-3-1 trap to a man-to-man to a 2-3, trying to confuse Havana's offense.
Center court, King loses the tip to Stig. It's up in the hands of Jankowski to Patton. Flips it back to Stig to Patton. Baseline left side, back out on top to Morris. Over to Boriak. In the corner, Jankowski had a big first half, 10 points. Over the rim with that, and Hurst rebounds in the middle to Gregrich, and here come the Ducks of Havana. Down the left side, Trimpe. Back out to Gregrich. Drives down the right side of the lane to the baseline, drives under, flips it back to Trimpe. Again, a man-to-man defense now. Nashville opening up the second half with that. Baseline underneath, beautiful feed to King. Gregrich set that up, and King gets the bucket, and it's 22-18 in favor of Nashville. Boriak in the corner to Jankowski. Big man flips it back out to Morris, gets it back. Now top of the key to Patton in the lane. Fade into Stig, who fakes and is called for walking, and the ball's out of bounds to Havana. Two very young teams. Example, Hurst, the young man bringing the ball up the floor. Gregorich is a junior. The guy playing center, King, is a sophomore. Hurst is a junior. Trimpe is a junior. The only seniors on the floor for Havana is number 24. Good drive by Gregorich, and a whistle on the play, and a foul will be called, and it'll be on Jankowski, and that'll be his second. There's a timeout. 6:44 to go in the third quarter. Nashville 22, Havana 18. Nashville leads Havana. 6:44 to go in the third period. I was telling you about the young people on this Havana ball club. For Nashville, Jankowski is a junior. Patton is the only senior, along with Morris and Boriak. The two big men, Stig and Jankowski, are both juniors, obviously back next year. Gregorich has 5 points.
You know, Tom, this is always a good feeling for the fans and the coach when you know that the whole team is going to be coming back.
Isn't that the truth? 22-20 as Gregorich converts the 2 free throws. 6:40 to go in the third period in Nashville, with the ball leading by 2. Boriak, Stig, Morris. Boriak in the corner, baseline, turnaround by Patton. Rebound battle is won by Trimpe. Trimpe to Gregorich. Beautiful move by Gregorich to Hurst underneath. And we got a jump ball. Hurst is tied up by Boriak.
Boy, the referees, Dick Thompson from Quincy and Dave Dwyer from Peoria, are doing an excellent job of letting them play.
Right on top of the game, too. Ball is out of bounds on the tip, and it's going to go out of bounds to Nashville, says Richard Thompson. Morris brings it up the floor for Nashville, flips it over to Patton. Patton to Boriak in the corner. Underneath, baseline turnaround by Stig. He's got 4. 24-20. Nashville leading. Havana with the ball. Gregorich. 5:45 is the time remaining in the third period. The championship game. The Class A state title on the line. This ball game has been relatively free of whistle blowing. Only 7 fouls total. Hurst tried to put it up, out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds to Havana. In case you dialed in late, Providence won the battle for third place. Providence Celtics defeating a very fine basketball team from St. Anthony, Effingham. From out of the corner, Gregorich. He's got 8. 24-22. Nashville's lead is 2. Morris to Boriak. Nashville in the blue uniforms. Havana in white. 4:50 remaining in the third period. In the middle to Stig. Batted back out to Patton. Stig. Boriak set. 26-22. Boriak has hit some key buckets here. That one at the end of the first half, and now this one here.
He's an unsung hero also, Tom.
Oh, he doesn't shoot much, you know, but when he does, he makes it count.
Good percentage shooter.
Milan hands the ball back to Trimpe in the corner to Hurst. Back out to Gregorich. Trimpe. Gregorich on the left wing starts to drive. Trimpe. Gregorich. 15-footer. Battle for the rebound. Whistle underneath. And a foul will be called on Jankowski, and that's his third. Into the game, number 12, is Keith Mashoff for Nashville, and going out for the Hornets, Boriak. Gregorich will inbound the ball for Havana, puts it into Hurst, little turnaround, nice move. Hurst has got 4 points, 26-24. Mashoff with the ball for Nashville. On the left wing to Morris, back to Mashoff. Bounce pass to Patton. In the corner, Morris alone has 4 points as he hits that one, 28-24. Again, Nashville with a 4-point lead. Gregorich on the right side. King underneath. Shot is up, won't count. Foul committed by Stig. Check that on number 12, Mashoff, not Stig. Foul on Mashoff. Deering is coming into the ball game for Nashville, and Stig is going out.
I think Coach Vogel's giving he and Boriak both a little rest, Tom.
28-24, Nashville leading by 4, 3:31 to go in the ball game. I should say in the third period of this championship ball game. Boy, ball looked like somebody had set it on fire there. Nobody could hold on.
It's like it had butter on it.
Trimpe, he's got 8 points, 28-26 in favor of Nashville. Mashoff with the ball to Patton. Back to Mashoff, right side of the lane to Jankowski, baseline turnaround. Rebound to Gregorich on the break, one-on-one, behind the back dribble, puts it up, didn't get it. Foul is going to be called on Mashoff, his second.
He's a very good guard, Tom. Boy, he can really go one-on-one.
He is.
He can change direction without charging. Has good balance, and he sees the whole floor at all times.
Now back into the game, Boriak and Stig coming in, and Deering and Mashoff go out for Nashville. And Brad Gregorich with a total of 8 points so far. Now 9. That gives him 40 for his tournament play here at the Assembly Hall. 28-27. Game's tied, 28-28. 3 minutes to go, third period of play. Morris with the ball. High pass in the corner to Boriak. Pass in the middle, stolen away. Gregorich with it for Havana. And stealing it right back is Morris, and there's a break. 30-28. Gregorich coming out of the backcourt, his team down by 2 points. Down the side to Hurst, fakes underneath for King. Batted out of his hands, out of bounds to Havana.
He should have went up and shot at that time, Tom. He overpassed.
Appeared that Hurst did have the good percentage shot.
Yes, sometimes you have a tendency to do that.
Into the game, we'll have a substitution now. Number 30, Dennis Morgan, will come in to replace Milan. 2:34 remaining third period. Nashville leading by 2, and Havana's got the ball. Inbound to Trimpe, to Morgan. Gregorich, Morgan, Trimpe about 20 feet. Rebound fell to Hurst, but he couldn't hang on. Up with the ball, Nashville, and Morris brings it up the floor for the Hornets. Patton down the right side to Boriak. Back out to Morris. Patton on the left side, alone, missing. Rebound, Jankowski. Whistle on the play, and a foul will be called on Gregorich.
Looked like he was trying to climb a mountain that time.
Did indeed. Ball will be out of bounds to Nashville, and inbounding it'll be Morris, baseline, to the right side of the lane for the Hornets. .30-28, inbound pass to Boriak. Nashville on top by 2. Stig back out to Patton. In the middle, Jankowski's turnaround 12-footer. Gets his own rebound, puts it up again. Rebound this time to Hurst, clears it over to Morgan. Morgan over the timeline, down the right side, has it poked away and stolen. On the floor, Boriak comes up with the loose ball.
Extreme hustle.
In the corner, Morris with it for Nashville. Cross court to Patton. Lob left to the lane, turnaround by Stig.
Remember in the old days when coaches would say never pass a cross court, Tom?
Amen.
You have to do it today against these shifting zones.
32-28. Nashville leading. Gregorich. Rebound tipped to Boriak. 1:11 to go in the third period. Nashville with the ball and leading by 4. Boriak to Morris. 1 minute counting down here in the third period. The championship game. Class A state title.
Looks like they're going to go for one, Tom.
Nashville with the ball and a 4-point lead.
Havana will have to come out here, otherwise they could get a tee if they don't come out and get the ball.
Going to have to come out and assume a defensive position. The burden of proof is on the defense in matters like this. The offense can stand at midcourt and hold the ball if nobody comes out to contest it.
I think it's the team that's ahead. The defense has the team that's behind has to force the action.
Yeah. Now they're doing just that with 20 seconds. But Morris lobbing in the corner to Jankowski. Back out to Morris, 13 seconds. Jankowski, baseline, back to Morris, 9. Steg, Jankowski. 34-28, again a 6-point advantage for Nashville, and we've come to the end of the third period of play. In this, the title game, the score, Nashville 34, Havana 28. Nashville with a 6-point lead, shooting 44%. Havana 42%. Nashville trailed at the end of the first period, took a 6-point lead at halftime, and they've maintained it now through 3 periods. They lead by 6. We're into the fourth and final 8 minutes of play.
Beautiful matchup, Tom. Both clubs really playing the defense for all the marbles.
It's Stig and King jumping at center court after a handshake by the 2 big guys. Tip controlled by Jankowski to Patton, driving, scoring.
Boy, did he cut the corner.
36-28, an 8-point lead. And Bob Gregorich wants to call timeout right now. There's a timeout and the score. Nashville 36, Havana 28. As we started the fourth quarter, this beautiful fast break basket by Patton.
He got his head and shoulders ahead, and he really went to the basket. It was a beautiful move. He really cut that corner.
Good pass from Jankowski. Timeout taken by Havana. Now we're back to live competition. Live action here. 7:45 remaining in this championship ball game. Dennis Morgan in the game for Havana. Trimpe, Morgan in the corner to Gregorich. Boy, that's a hustling defense.
Yes, they changed defenses again, and they're in a nice double up. They're really after that ball.
In the corner, Gregorich with it. Morgan over to Gregorich. I tell you, if you want to be alone out there on the floor, just don't hold the basketball.
I think Nashville has 6 men out there on defense.
Certainly looked like it. Good steal by Morris. Boy, what pressure they put on that Havana ball club. They lead by 6 now, Nashville. Lead by 8, excuse me, 36-28. Biggest margin they've had. Patton with the ball. Boriak, Morris, Jankowski. Patton, top of the circle. He's got 10. 38-28. 10-point lead now for Nashville.
This is a very important possession for Havana. They sure would like to get 2 points this time.
It's almost a must, is it not, Coach?
I think so, Tom, at this stage of the game.
Morgan to Trimpe. Back to Morgan. Gregorich back out to Morgan. Underneath, tipped away by Stig. Out of bounds, Havana. Into the game for Havana, number 32, Mark Radosevic. Going out is Hurst. Out of the corner, Trimpe shooting and hitting.
That was a big one.
38-30. Nashville leads, and some tough defensive pressure of their own applied by Havana now.
They're in their full court press. Looks like a 1-2-2 or a 1-2-1-1, like a diamond and one.
Big 40-foot pass to Patton. 15-foot jumper for 2, and Patton's getting hot. He's got 12. 40-30 now. Nashville by 10. Trimpey with the ball for Havana. To Morgan. Trimpey. Radosevic started to go in, and he was fouled by Morris, his second. No, they've called it on Stig, number 45, his first.
I don't see how they can keep doubling up without getting tired.
I don't either. When you consider the pressure and the excitement, the adrenaline must be flowing out there.
Amazing.
Free throw attempt is good by Radosevic. 5:59 to go, 40-31. Nashville leading Havana. Rebound is off in the hands of Jankowski, and he flips it over to Morris. 40-31. Nashville leading. 5:50 to go in the championship game. Boriak to Patton. Pass underneath for Stig. He runs it down. Boy, they're moving that ball, Nashville.
They're taking their time, looking for a good one.
Stig around his man, drives and scores. I think he'll get the basket, but I think he'll get the foul. Basket's good. That's what it's going to be. Foul on Stig, number 45, and the bucket is good by Stig. 42-31. Seems like a fair exchange, but we'll be coming to the other end of the court now, and Radosevic will be at the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Right, and sometimes late in the game, that basket starts shrinking up on you.
5.5 remaining in the championship game. Radosevic made one a moment ago of 2. Now he gets the opener here, and he's got the bonus coming up.
He made the first one, and he stayed in the same position. Let's see if he makes the second one. That's what you should do. Don't break your line.
Coach, it didn't work.
Nope.
Rebound is off, comes down to Nashville, 42-32. With the ball for the Hornets, Morris. Over to Boriak. Morris. Left to Patton. High post to Stig. Back out to Morris. The blue-clad Hornets passing it around, and a steal by Gregorich, but he was over the sidelines. Valiant effort into the game, Milan, and Morgan goes out for Havana. Inbound pass to Boriak, to Morris. High post to Stig. Patton, Stig. We got a little 4-man diamond set up out there. They just keep moving it in and out.
They're really making Havana work on defense, and they're working very hard, but they could be getting just a little tired.
Timeout being taken by Nashville. Timeout, the score with 4:53 to go. Nashville 42, Havana 32. We're back again at the Assembly Hall in Champaign-Urbana, and I don't think I would be... it's not too soon for me to thank some people behind the scenes for an outstanding job of covering this tournament and for their invaluable assistance and help. Jack Rosenberg to my right, who's kept us supplied with statistics and pertinent facts and data about these ball clubs and about the people playing in the game. To Jim Turpin and to you, Chuck Walensky, thank you. I thought you did a job, and I'm sure your friends around the state will agree with me. Thank you for a great tournament.
Thank you, Tom. Coming from you, we really appreciate that comment.
And so many other people behind the cameras that I really don't have a list of names to read off, and I probably wouldn't if I did have, except to say thank you, gentlemen. You're a great crew of technicians, and we appreciate working with you. Well, we're down to the final 4:53 with 10-point lead for Nashville. 42-32. Nashville with the ball. Inbounding it'll be big Roger Stegg. Flips it into Patton. And now Havana's picking him up all over the floor. Man-to-man defense. Stegg walked with the ball. Milan will inbound the ball for Havana. Gregorich with the ball. King, Gregorich. Short, rebound is off, grabbed by Patton. To Boriak, to Morris. And Morris in the backcourt with Gregorich. And the two classy guards with quite a struggle. Ball on the floor and a diving attempt at the steal. And Milan has a foul. Ball will be out of bounds in the backcourt. And Stig of Nashville will inbound it. Number 45 for the Hornets. He's had a nice ball game. He has 8 points. Inbound pass to Boriak. His team leading by 10 at 42-32. 4:16 to go. Championship game. Beautiful steal by Trippy. And it's stolen right back, taken away, but a whistle on the play as Stig was down there after the ball. And a foul on Stig, and that's his third.
The name of the game, Tom, at this stage is make those free throws.
Well, Trippy's a 77% free throw shooter on the year, Coach.
He has a nice shot.
11 points now on the evening. 42-33.
Just guides it right in.
42-34 as Trippy hits again. With the ball, Stig over the timeline to Jankowski. 2-on-1, but the Ducks hustle back on defense. Nashville leading by 8. 3:55 to go. Left to the lane. Back out on top. Deep in the corner, Jankowski. Now Morris double teamed. They bat the ball away. Scramble for it. Boriak comes up with it. Stig fires it back out. In the corner to Patton. Back to Morris. Boriak. Patton for 2. He's got 14. 44-34. Again, a 10-point lead for Nashville. 3:23 on the time clock. That's what's left in this championship game. Milan over to Trippy. To Milan. Gregridge. Trippy. Milan. Baseline, Gregridge. Rebound. King.
Good call.
Underneath. Milan with the attempt. No good. Whistle and a foul on Milan. His second.
Getting a little physical, but they're after that ball. Nashville is making Havana take a lot of time before they can get a good shot.
In the backcourt, Boriak flips it to Stig, down the side to Jankowski. Jankowski cross court to Morris. 2:38 remaining. Patton flips it back out to Stig. Stig to Boriak. 2:33 now. Boriak is double teamed, and Gregridge fouls him. And is quick to pick him up. Young Brad Gregridge. Out of bounds to Nashville with 2:31 to go. And the Hornets have a 10-point lead. Pass to Boriak in the backcourt. Jankowski. Cross court to Patton. To Stig. Back out to Boriak. Baseline to Morris. Back out to Stig. Right side to Jankowski.
They're so big, they can really keep that ball high, Tom.
Patton with the ball. To Stig. Starts the dribble and he's fouled. The foul will be on Radosevic. His first. 1:58. Nashville with a 10-point lead. And try as they might, Havana playing catch-up is having a tough time doing that. Bob Gregridge wants a timeout taken by Havana. 1:58 to go in this championship game. And the score, Nashville 44, Havana 34. Take a look at this. Look at the Havana cheerleading squad. And as they leave the Assembly Hall floor, why, the ladies from Nashville come on. Great enthusiastic group.
Great enthusiasm. Havana's cheerleaders still haven't given up, neither have the fans.
Oh, no. Nashville's got a group of people that extend from just about all the way down the lower seats, clean to the rafters here at the Assembly Hall. Havana has a large group of followers down. They've really supported their team throughout the year. Two very fine basketball clubs, both 29-3, and both battling right to the wire. Nashville having the best of it here so far, 10-point advantage, just under 2 minutes to go. We'll see if Havana can pull it out or Nashville will maintain their superiority. Here's Stegg at the line. Stegg tonight has 8 points. Patton has 14. Jankowski has 12. Stegg has 9. 45-34. 11-point lead.
Another excellent free throw shooter. Watch his release in his hands. Beautiful.
Again. 46-34. Nashville leading by 12. Havana's got to get it up in a hurry and score with it. Turnaround, bounce pass under, Gregorich. 46-36. Pressure in the backcourt. Trapping defense. Stegg with it over the timeline to Patton. Minute 31 to go in the ball game. Morris at midcourt. To Boriak, down the left side to Jankowski. The big guy holds it high, flips to Morris, to Stegg. It's keep-away time for Nashville, minute 20.
They're going to have to follow the poor free throw shooter.
Patton gets the break and the good pass, and Patton's got 2 more. 48-36, 12-point lead, and Patton has got 16. With the ball, top of the key, Milan to Gregorich, baseline, into Trempe, shot short, rebound, Trempe again, banks it in. He's got 14, 48-38. Less than a minute, steal by Milan. 10-point lead for Nashville. Havana trying to catch up. Milan, Trempe, free throw line, short. Rebound, Morris. 40 seconds remain, and a foul will be called on Gregorich.
He's a little tired. He's really played a tremendous tournament.
Patton has scored 10 of 16 points in the fourth quarter. That seems to be a familiar refrain for that young man. He was a dead-eye in the closing half of the semis this afternoon. Friday night, he showed us 24, had 57 points coming into this game. Next, Gregorich goes out now, and number 14, Mitch McNeil, comes in. Kim Miller is in, and Roger King is out for Havana. Gregorich leaving the game with 12 points. Free throw line, Morris. He's got 7.
These young men with a lot of pressure can sure shoot that free throw well.
Rebound controlled by Stegg, puts it up and scores it. 51-38, a 13-point lead with a half a minute and 7 seconds left to go, and Nashville can just about start taking the cork out of the champagne bottle.
It looks real bad for Havana. They really gave it a good shot. A great ball club, and I'm sure those fans are proud of this ball club.
Stegg again, a 3-point play. It is 52-38, 14-point lead for Nashville. Miller is fouled by Morris. And now we'll have Sarf in the ball game for Havana. Coming out is Milan.
Coach Gregorich letting all of his young players get in. They'll remember this the rest of their lifetime, Tom, having played in the championship game for the Class A tournament title.
Here's Miller at the free throw line. Rebound in the corner to Boriak of Nashville. Pass to Morris. 24 seconds remain in the game. High lob to Jankowski. Cross to Patton, back out. Nashville's got it 1 by 14 so far. 10 seconds coming up. Boriak. Stegg. Underneath. Patton shoots and scores again. 54-38. There it is. The game is over. And the new state Class A champions, Nashville's Hornets. They beat a very fine Havana basketball team, but Nashville clearly the best of the the best in the state. And are they happy? At center court, pandemonium. 54-38. A great second half by Patton. He ended up with 18 points to lead everybody in scoring. And he got 12 of those in the second half. Nashville started a little slow, but once they caught on to what was going on, they really put the game away. Leading at the end of the half by 6, again at the end of 3 periods by 6, and winning it going away 54.